What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Payne Plays Games video. Alright guys, a lot of people have been asking me to cover this game. This is none other than Invincible, one of my favorite Amazon shows, one of my favorite graphic novels. I'm going to talk to you guys about how an IP such as this, a very, very popular IP, is unfortunately being mishandled, which is a very common thing by a big company, in this case Ubisoft. Now, here's the thing. As much as I love this game, a lot of people were like, Payne, why aren't you covering this? Why aren't you playing it? For a couple reasons why I just started talking about it now, and I'm actually going to make this video to be very clear. There is an original story going on. You can see here, welcome to the GDA. I see I see you come heavily recommended from Who Gives a Crap. We don't have time for introductions. We need to get to work. So Cecil, first off, or Cecil, sorry. The story tries to make something out of itself. It's an original story, okay? So you guys can see Duplicate is here. We've got all the original characters. Omni-Man, Invincible, right? Cecil here is going to pretty much run the story. You start off with... It's so bad. Start off with Duplicate, and then you get more characters as you play the game. You guys can see here now, we got another character here, right? We got, I think that's Rex, if I'm correct. Yeah, it's Rex. There we go, Rexplode. So here's the problem with this game. There's a couple of different things I want to talk about. First off, if you play this game in beta, which I did, you understand how hollow and empty this game feels. It feels like an unfinished product even in this version. When this came out, I actually started playing it, and I instantly was like, this has not changed at all. Like everything we complained about in beta pretty much remained the same. Yes, there's blood. Yes, there's gore. Yes, it does put you into the world of Invincible. Yes, it is an idle game, so there's a couple good things going for it. Idle's pretty straightforward. Heroes can get gear, level up, etc. Right? All that stuff is the same. There's different skills for each character. There's different ratings for each character. They have attackers, tanks, etc. Right? So it's a very typical team building gacha, which for the most part I would not complain about, because typical RPGs like this is what floats my boat, guys. But with this game, it just feels so 2012. Like, look at the graphics. Look how choppy they look. Look at how things move. Like, it doesn't look smooth at all. Even for an idle game, I would rather have cel-shaded animations over this polygon stuff. So I played this game till roughly about, I think level 25. And I wanted to start over to kind of show you guys what's here. Okay, so here's Black Samson. You guys can see here's a defender, so a tank, right? As I mentioned, your tanks will go in the front, obviously. You move her to the back, so Duplicate will go to the back here. They're not going to send her to the back, of course. And he's got his own set of skills and moves. But you can see here, look at this. It's just the same enemies over and over again. The colors are so bland. The city is the same always. There's always the same setup. It's just one of those situations which is very unfortunate, because Ubisoft has such a great IP on their hands, one that a lot of other bigger companies would probably have wanted to take a hold of and create. But this is, again, that famous whole big companies don't necessarily make good games, right? We can talk about this forever, especially with gacha games. And when you look at big companies like, let's say, Crunchyroll, who doesn't necessarily make games because they usually publish out and they hire developers to work for them, but nonetheless, even with them, you can see like there's issues, right? You can see Ubisoft here doesn't have any experience, like barely any experience in mobile gaming, and yet they decided to take a beloved IP that's super popular right now and try to do something with it, but in my opinion, absolutely failed. Now, if you guys are one of those people who like this game and are enjoying it, all the power to you. I would love to hear your thoughts on this, because after a certain point, it becomes so dull and boring. The story can't carry itself. It's so bleh. There's nothing really nothing really happening. They should have made it more like comic book look and feel. And I have to admit, this mobile view is not it, man. They should have done a full landscape view for this game, which I think would have done a little bit more for the graphics and for the look and feel. So I know a lot of you guys wanted me to cover this. I'll be honest with you. It's really hard for me to want to cover a game I don't like. And I'm being real with you guys. I don't like this game. I think it's fairly pay to win as well, which I shouldn't really say that's 100% true, because I've quite honestly not had a full chance to play it. There's the Immortal. You get him. So put him to use here. He's an elite character, of course. So here we'll claim. Battle. You guys can see the Immortal now. Put him in the front. Autofill. You guys can kind of see his moves and skills now. Now, he's probably one of the better characters you get in the beginning, obviously. Being an elite as well, too, he's just going to do more for you. You can set this to auto now. It'll autoplay. Again, the moves are like they stick to the true story, like the characters and stuff. It's just everything else about this game is just not ready yet. I don't think they should have gone out of beta. In beta, a lot of my complaints were as follows. Game is incomplete. There's a lot of bugs for it's choppy. There's Titan right there. You had graphics need improvement. It just seemed out of date. The combat was not fun. You know, the AI wasn't playing well. So there's just a lot of different things about this game that needs a lot of work. So, I mean, listen, I don't want to sit here and continue bashing this because a lot of you folks will want to play. I'll show you guys some of the different packages here. So there's the Invincible package. You guys can see here. It's $12.99 to get a copy of him. He's an elite as well, too. You guys can see what he does. Attacker or defender. That's his trait. Medium speed. There's his different tags that he has and combat style. And then these are his skills, right? So you guys can see what he does. And then if you go to the actual heroes list, right, and you can look at the collection here, here are all the heroes, right? These are all the elites, and eventually you can move your elites up and get them into higher rank status, right? And then you have your rares, right? And rares will be used to be food essentially, and commons will essentially be taken away from you. So it's a very typical gacha standard where you're just going to raise the ranks of your elites to elite plus, etc. And as they go up, they get power increases, blah blah blah, right? You're gonna need duplicates of your character. So it starts off fairly like inexpensive, but then as you start going through it, like $69.99 for a package there, 3.8K for that. And you can see here, these are tickets you can summon with, hero dossiers and hero dossiers. So those are summon tickets. And again, even the summon animation doesn't look good. So again, I'm shitting all over this game, guys. I know. I'm sorry if you like this game, but I have to be honest, right? Like, and I'm trying to be as true as I can to you guys as my community. I'm just not a fan of this game. So for those who asked me to cover this, I said I would make a video about my honest feelings about it, and those are my honest feelings. There's too much lag. There's too much issues. It just doesn't look good. It doesn't play well to me. And it's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. Because when this game was announced, I can tell you now there was like a level of excitement in my Discord, because a lot of us are big fans of the Invincible IP. And that as soon as the beta went into the Philippines and I went into it, man, you should have seen our mouths. We just jaw dropped at how bad this game actually was. So there you guys have it. Again, I'm sorry I'm shitting on it. If you're not a fan of the review, again, it's not. I'm not a people pleaser here. I'm not trying to be. I'm just trying to be completely honest with you guys on my thoughts about how incomplete and, you know, just lackluster this game really is. So, but if you are a fan of it, if you've been playing it for a while, I am curious to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section, guys, if you've been enjoying it and why you've been enjoying it, because you might be one of the very few people I've met that have said that. And quite honestly, I'm a little bit taken aback by those who are defending this game with all their might. But again, I might have not got far enough. Maybe there's something I'm missing in end game or even close to middle game. So let me know, guys, in the comment section. All right, guys, it's Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, apologies for those who I offended with my review. But at the same time, I'm always going to be honest about how I feel about a game. And this game is just nowhere near a 2024, 2023, hell, 2013 game to me. Yeah. Anyways, talk to you guys in the next one. Take care.